Well, hello, another update. Um, I'm getting a little flashback here of what happened to me 3 years ago when I was taking this antidepressant called Paxil, and I ran out, and I had no idea or any clue as far as refilling and emergency wise, with the pharmacy or anything like that. It's a little different this time. We're dealing with a lorazepam, which is a whole different story. And my refill has went out, and I see this doctor every 90 days. I really can't afford to see him every month. He charges $85 for a measly 15 minutes, and a psychiatrist. But so you take lorazepam at night, or in this case I was, and it wasn't in sync, I guess, with my 90 days. I was seeing him. I see him January 5th. That'll be technically 96 days. I counted on my calendar on my phone. So I have this little gap where I kind of already ran out of lorazepam, and made a video a couple of months ago about how it felt and how I learned my lesson running out of Ativan. How it's a big no-no never to ever run out of taking, lorazepam. I mean, the withdrawals were immediate. I mean, they weren't. I mean, they weren't very. It wasn't like Paxil or not like that, but it was pretty bad. I kept thinking I was going to go into some kind of seizure any moment, twitching and sweating, and I don't. The list just goes on and on and on. And I just swore to myself that this was not going to happen again. And who would have thought, that I would have ran out on a special week where every doctor in this whole entire world is shut down. In this case, I think they shut down on the 24th or something like that. They're not going to open until next Monday, and it's that's what the 3rd of January. And the only reason how I found this out, I've had four left or three lorazepams left, and I was like, okay, oh, I'm gonna run out. This is my third refill, but I need to go ahead and call in before I run out. You just don't do that, not with taking Ativan. And so I called that Monday, and nobody picked up. The phone just kept ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. This is Monday. This was on the 27th. This is after Christmas and all that. And I went ahead and called Tuesday, and the phone just kept on ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. After 20 rings, no voicemail, no messages, no backup doctor, no information, no nothing. It was just nothing. So I took it upon myself to go on my break during lunch to go up there and see if there was some kind of letter or some kind of sticky note on the door. Nothing. Zero. Locked down. And apparently there was a lady across the hall who had nothing to do with that doctor, and she was telling me that they weren't going to be back until next Monday. And I was thinking, you're kidding me. I mean, you should have seen my reaction. I was just like, you're kidding me. And so I was like, okay, there's two routes I can take here: go into withdrawal and have to experience the withdrawal and go to the ER, or B, go and do the dirty route, and go get go find someone that's got some kind of medicine similar. In this case, it was alprazolam or Xanax. It's the only thing I can think of that was similar to lorazepam. And in this case, uh, Xanax is just shit. It's no good. It's crap. But it's kept me from having these withdrawals from lorazepam, which I'm on a low dose now. I'm taking 0.50, but I'm pretty sure if you stop that abruptly, you're gonna have the shakes. Well, I'm like I stated before on my other video, I couldn't even smoke a cigarette. I had to hold the ashtray up against my chest. It was just horrible. I mean, it was bad. Twitching on my right foot nonstop. God, the after I got fixed from the doctor from getting my medicine back, that twitching on my leg didn't stop for another 8 months. It was just, and I just refused to get sick. That's what I called it. Withdrawal is kind of a strong word for me, and I just refused to get sick. And I was like, I'm gonna do something about this, and I'm just gonna go ahead and tell the doctor what I had to do just to keep myself from having any withdrawal. It's just, I felt backstabbed. I was disappointed. No voicemail, no backup doctor, nothing. I mean, just you're shit out of luck until Monday. And luckily I knew someone that was kin to me that had some Xanax, and it just sounds so trashy, but I had to do what I had to do. Uh, I wasn't gonna have those withdrawals or those crazy, wicked, psychotic dreams that you get on the very first night not taking it, and I just refused. And I felt like it was my fault, but and I didn't know who to call, so I called the Walgreens pharmacy, and they were saying, well, you should have called on December 1st, and you should have made sure, da 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 da. Like I really think that far ahead. Apparently now I got to do that next time. I guess I need a schedule and his days off and all that crap, and I mean this is just, I don't know. I felt it's just it's getting to the point now where it's just time for me to completely shut this down. I mean, uh, this benzo cycle or whatever it is, it has kept me asleep and helped me. It helped. It's been 3 years since I've been taking lorazepam. I know that's not safe, along with mirtazapine, but there's got to be a better way out of this. And you know, I see him January 5th, and I'm gonna tell him exactly what I had to do, and for him to taper me off of this. And I just feel like it's, you know, I just want out of the cycle. I'm through, and hopefully my next video that I do make an update will be just my conclusion and maybe something better. You know, it seems like I just can't stop making videos about medicine, but I'm just letting people know that see this, what happens, and learn from my mistakes. Hopefully this comes in handy with somebody that watches this. Because stopping Ativan for just one day is no joke, and I can't stress that anymore.